Hi there, how was your week? Welcome back to our series on the 7 Habits of Highly Effective People by Stephen Covey. Today, we are diving into 2 powerful habits. 5. Put first things first. Last time, we talked about begin with the end in mind, where we learn how to identify our values and life goals, like using a compass to find our direction in life. Now, this habit is all about making decisions based on those values. It's not just time management, it's life management. It's about asking ourselves, am I spending time on what really matters? Covey introduced a very practical tool, the time management matrix, which divides activities into 4 quadrants. Quadrant 1, urgent and important, things like crisis, last-minute reports, or family emergency. Quadrant 2, not urgent but important, things like health, learning, planning, and relationship building. Quadrant 3, urgent but not important, unnecessary meetings, interruptions, and distractions. Quadrant 4, not urgent and not important, wasting time on social media or binge watching shows. Highly effective people focus most of their time on Quadrant 2, the important but not urgent things. Why? Because over time, those actions lead to big positive results. Most people spend their life jumping between Quadrant 1 and 3, reacting to what's urgent and missing out on the deeper things that truly matter. That's why we need the discipline and courage to say no to distractions, even the ones that seem important, in order to make room for what really matters. A professor once showed his student a big empty jar, along with rocks, pebbles, sand, and water. He asked, "Can we fit all this into the jar?" The students tried putting in the sand and water first, but then the big rock couldn't fit. The professor then demonstrated, put the big rock in first, then the pebbles, then the sand, and finally the water. And everything fit perfectly. The lesson? If we don't prioritize the big rock, the most important things in life, our time will be filled with less important stuff, and we will have no room left for what really matters. Here are a few practical ways we can apply this habit in our own lives. 1. Plan your week ahead. Schedule your Quadrant 2 tasks first. Things like exercise, reading, quality time with your family, or career planning. 2. Set goals by roles. Covey suggests identifying your key role, like parents, manager, friend, learner, and setting one meaningful goal for each every week. 3. Be flexible but stick to your principles. Life is unpredictable, but if we know what's most important, we can adjust without losing direction. Remember, the key is not to prioritize your schedule, but to schedule your priority. 6. Think win-win. You are not an island. Success doesn't have to come at the expense of others. Highly effective people know how to build relationships based on trust and mutual benefit. Covey introduced 7 types of human interaction mindsets. 1. Win-win. I win and you win too. It's the foundation for long-term relationships. 2. Win-lose. I win, you lose. It may work short-term, but it damages relationships. 3. Lose-win. You win, I lose. This people-pleasing approach leads to resentment. 4. Lose-lose. Nobody wins. This comes from revenge or destructive thinking. 5. Win. I just care about my own success. I don't care what happens to you. 6. Win-win or no deal. Either both win or we don't go forward. This requires honesty and trust. 7. True win-win. When character, relationships, and agreements all align. To create real win-win outcomes, Covey says we need 4 key things. 1. Character. Win-win starts from within. It's built on honesty, respect, maturity, and something called the abundance mindset. The belief that there's enough success for everyone. 2. Relationships. Trust is essential. Without emotional trust, what Covey calls the emotional bank account, real collaboration isn't possible. 3. Agreement. Win-win cooperation requires clear shared expectations, including roles, goals, resources, and how success is measured. 4. System and structures. If your workplace only rewards individual competition, win-win is hard to practice. The environment must also support collaboration and shared success. Covey also shared a personal story about his son. His son didn't want to do chores, and every interaction turned into a power struggle. Eventually, Covey stopped commanding and started collaborating. They sat down and made an agreement together about responsibility, rewards, and expectations. The result? His son became more responsible and their relationship got better. Win-win is not about compromising or giving in. It's about finding a solution both sides can feel good about. One that respects both perspectives. Win-win starts with believing there's a better way, not just you win or I win, but a third option that's better for everyone. And that brings us to the end of today's episode. What did you take away from today's habits? Maybe you can try identifying your big rock this week or practicing thinking win-win in a difficult conversation. If you found today's episode helpful, feel free to subscribe and share it with a friend who might need it too. May your week be filled with clarity, courage, and compassion. Take care and see you next time.